च निबोधय तत् जति विज्ञापयामभो आयुश्री बलकीर्तिनां तबतातु विवर्धनम. Can you close this door? The irresponsible government, it is not now such things happen in long days ago also. That is the nature of this material world, that everything deteriorates. Whatever good thing you may prepare, in due course of time, it will deteriorate. That is the nature of material nature, that something is produced. It, in the beginning, it goes on nicely, but then gradually it deteriorates. Influence of time, and then vanishes. So, even in religious movement, if there is materialistic motive, then it will deteriorate. It will not stand. So, beginning of religious life should be without any material motive. Pure devotion means annavilasita sunnam, no material motive. Generally, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, people go to the temple and the churches or any religious synagogue with a material motive. Artha arthati, generally they are in need of money or they are unhappy somehow or other, and they go to God, Krishna, or according to their religious principle, and pray for material benefit. But that is also accepted as good, because they are approaching Krishna or God. But that is not pure devotion. If such material motive continues, then he will fall down from that devotional service. Because as soon as his distress is mitigated, he will think that there is no more need of worshipping. Naturally. He forgets. Just like a rich man. A rich man becomes rich not very easily, with great austerity, either in this life or in the past. But when he gets money, he becomes extravagant and again falls down. Similarly, we may go to Krishna in times of distress, but as soon as the distress is gone, we forget Krishna. There is a very nice verse in Hindi that दुख से सब हरि भजे, सुख से भजे कोई. सुख से अगर हरि भजे, दुख कहाँ से हो? Generally, people take to devotional service when they are in materially distressed condition. The rich man, they do not care for it. But if a rich man takes care that I have got this money by the grace of Krishna, I must use it for Krishna, then he will never be angry. He'll never get. Because after all, whatever we get, it is by the grace of Krishna. Ishavāsamidam sarvam. Everything belongs to Krishna. So by his favor, we get opulence, riches, but when we are opulent, we forget Krishna, because Maya is very strong. Maya will dictate, oh, you have got so much money, why don't you enjoy wine and woman? As it is going on in European and American countries, anyone who gets money, he utilizes it for wine and woman. He has no other engagement. He does not know how to utilize money. Therefore, now the British Empire, we have seen it practically, how opulent British Empire was, and now how they are coming down. Recently we have seen in London that people are lying down on bench. So this is the nature. Luxury leads to poverty. So we should be very much careful. Don't think that because I am now initiated, I am chanting Hare Krishna, now everything is guaranteed, now I shall do whatever I like. No. Then it will deteriorate. We should not utilize this Hare Krishna movement for any material purpose. Then it will fall down. Either the man will fall down or the status will fall down. As it has become in India, practically they have lost all spiritual interest, although India is the country for spiritual advancement of life. So either individually, collectively, socially or politically, if we forget God, Krishna, then it is sure to deteriorate. But foolish people, they do not know this. They think that our good days will go on like this, as the Britishers thought. I give the example of the Britishers because I have seen in my life how opulent were these Britishers, and I have seen now in London how they are doing this. Everywhere. So such thing happened some long, long years ago in the family of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj was a great devotee, and his family members also were great devotees. But gradually it deteriorated, and one king, whose name is Maharaj Beno, he was so extravagant and less like demon. This also happened due to his mother. That is stated in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. His mother was born of not of a very good father. So she inherited the nature of his bad father, and her son also inherited the nature of his mother. But the king, the father, was very pious, as it should be. So with his son's behavior, he became so much disgusted that he left home without any notice. So the king's son, Beno, Maharaj Beno, he was installed on the throne, but he behaved very badly, and the praja, or the citizens, were very much unhappy. So the great sages and saintly person approached the king, because the king is supposed to be directed by saintly persons, and they are advising. Nipavacca nibodha itar jati vijñapayo bho. My dear king, whatever we are speaking to you, kindly hear it with attention. Ayushri balakirtinang tabatato vibardhanam. If you kindly hear our advice, then you live long. A pious man lives long. Impious man dies very soon. Even one who is pure devotee, he can prolong his duration of life more than what is destined for. Everyone has got a destination. That this person will live for so many years, this person will live for so many years. But a pure devotee, as a yogi, can increase the duration of his life. Similarly, a pure devotee, although he does not artificially try to increase the duration of life, by God's grace, his duration of life is increased. He is a pure devotee, is no longer within the rules and regulations of material nature. Brahma bhuyaya kalpati. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sagunan samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpati. Mancha abhyavicharani bhakti yogena jasivati. Anyone who engages himself in pure devotional service, abhyavicharani, he is no longer under the rules and regulations of this material nature. Brahma bhuyaya. So, the sages address the king that kindly hear our instruction and your duration of life will be increased. Not only duration of life, Sri Balakirtina. Sri means beauty. Unless you are healthy, there will be no beauty of your body. So duration of life increase means he is healthy and therefore he should look bright and beautiful. Sri Bala, strength, and Kirtina. And if one is actually advanced in spiritual life, or if one is actually religious, then his fame also increases. He doesn't require to advertise himself. But if he is pious, if he is devotee, automatically his fame will be expanded. Just like there is one very nice example, Sri Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was going to, from this Vrindavan, Madhavendra Puri. Perhaps you do not know the story of Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was a great devotee in this Gaudiya Sampradaya. And in this Govardhan, there was Gopal. I want to say covered by dirty and jungles and trees. So the Gopal, when Madhavendra Puri was in Vrindavan, the Gopal in dream expressed himself, Madhavendra Puri, I am very much suffocated, I am covered by this dirt and jungle, please re-excavate me from this condition and install me in the temple. So Madhavendra Puri, with the help of villagers, he excavated the earth and found this Gopal Murti. And this Gopal Murti was installed by the help of the villagers very luxuriantly. For so many days there was festival. That is the way of installing it. At least for 7 days there must be festival. So after some days, Madhavendrapuri Puri was informed in dream that since I was long within the earth, my body is very much heated. So you kindly bring some sandalwood from Jagannath Puri and smear all over the body the pulp of sandalwood, then I shall be happy. So Madhavendra Puri was a very old man at that time, and it is the order of Gopalji, so he started for Jagannath Puri. And the way there is a Gopinath temple in Orissa, on the border of Orissa and Bengal, in the district of Dantan, that is called Dantan. So he stayed there overnight and he saw that the Gopinathji was offered kheer, 7 pots of kheer. So Madhavendra Puri thought within himself, if I could taste little kheer, then I would also make such kheer to offer my Gopal in Vrindavan. Then he thought that, oh, I am so stupid that before offering to the deity, I am thinking of eating it. He thought himself to be very much culprit, and he immediately left the temple. No, I shall not. I am committing offense. It is an offense. Therefore, when you bring bhog for the deity, it should be covered, so that we greedy men may not see it and try to taste it. You see, Kanistadhikaris, they sometimes do that. Sometimes they take away something before offering to the deity. These are great offenses. So Madhavendra Puri thought it that he was a great offender. He should not live in this temple, he should go outside. So he went outside, and underneath a tree he was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just pass over the night, then proceed towards Jagannath Puri. So at night, the deity, Gopinath, was asking the pujari, the priest, that I have kept 1 pot of kheer behind my back garment, pitavastra. So you take this pot of kheer, condensed milk, to Madhavendra Puri. He is sitting underneath a tree and offered. So the pujari wake up, and actually when he opened the door of Diti's room, he found that pot of kheer. So he could understand that this Madhavendra Puri is not an ordinary devotee. He is a great devotee, otherwise how the Lord has stolen this pot for him. Since then, that Gopinath is famous as Kheer Chora Gopinath. Kheer Chora Gopinath, the Gopinath who stole the kheer for his devotee. He is known as thief, Kheer Chora. He is famous as a great thief. Still people go to see him, how nice this thief is. That is the difference between Krishna and ourselves. When we are thieves, we are beaten by shoes. And when Krishna is thief, he is worshipped by devotees. Krishna is worshipped as a ranchor who left the war field. When a man leaves the war field, and he is called coward. But Krishna, everyone knows, for first time he left the war field As in the Gujarat province, Krishna as the ranchor who left the work field, that is cowardice, and still is working. That is absolutism. Krishna, in any condition, he is Krishna. Either as Khirchora Gopinath or as a taunter to the gopis or anywhere in the material world which is abominable. But when Krishna does it, because he is absolute, it is good. That is absolutism. You cannot accuse Krishna that, oh, you have done like this. Whatever he has done, it is right. So, just last evening, one boy was criticizing Krishna, that why Krishna makes this distinction, Sri Shudra Vaishya, as Papa Juni. So, this is godlessness, that we dare to criticize Krishna. We should not criticize Krishna. But those who are unaware of Krishna's position, they do, we have to inform them rightly what is the right thing. So actually, Krishna says that even the Sri Shudra Vaishya, they are also elevated to the highest position if they take the center of the lotus feet of Krishna. Man hi patha vyapasritya jivishu papajuna. The papajoni, the pious man or impious man, that is consideration of this material world. So long we are in this material world, there must be, this is good and this is bad. Although there is nothing good in this material world, everything is bad. But we have concocted some formula that this is good and this is bad. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj says, Daitte Bhadra Bhadra Sakali Sama. In the material world, Bhadra Bhadra, anything, Bhadra and Abhadra, good and bad, they are simply mental concoction. There cannot be anything good. Just like a man suffering from some disease, lying on the bed, a friend goes and asks him, my dear friend, how you are feeling today? He can say, yes, I am feeling today all right. What is that all right? He is lying on the bed and he is taking medicine. And so many discomforts are there, and still he says, I am well. So in the material world, this prosperity, so-called prosperity, is not prosperity. Because the next life, I do not know what is going to happen. And the next life is there. Janma mrityu jarabhyadi, dukkha dushana darsana. Therefore, learned man, he sees always that my happiness, what is the value of this happiness? I'll have to die. I'll have to accept old age. I'll have to suffer from disease. And as soon as I die again, I'll have to enter into the womb of a particular mother to take birth again. So where is the happiness? In the womb of the mother, to live for 10 months in a very awkward position, we have forgotten, that is not very happiness. So, our point was that this Madhavendra Puri, when he got that pot of condensed milk, he, and the priest praised him, oh, you are such a great devotee that Krishna has stolen for you this the condensed milk, so you take it. And he bowed down before him, took his dust of the lotus feet, Then Madhavananda thought that now I have got this pot of condensed milk. Next morning it will be advertised and people will come in throng to congratulate me. So better leave this place immediately. That means he did not want to be advertised as a great devotee. He left, but immediately as he reached Jagannath Puri, the news was already there. And every man came to congratulate him. Oh, Madhavananda Puri, you are so great devotee that Krishna has stolen this condensed milk, we have heard it. So the point is that a devotee, even he does not know, does not want advertisement, Krishna advertises it. Krishna advertises it without his intention. Krishna wants to see that his devotee is very much advertised as devotee. Therefore, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking with Ramananda Das, that who is the most famous man, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired, asked this question from Ramananda Das. He answered, he is the most famous man who is known as a great devotee of Krishna. He is the most famous. So here, kirti, fame, reputation. If one is religious, one is devotee, his reputation also increases. Strength of body also increases. His beauty increases. His duration of life increases. This is the point. Ayu Sri Balakirtina Tabutato Vivardhanam. The 70 persons said, my dear king, if you kindly follow our instruction, then these things will increase. Your duration of life, your beauty of body, your strength and your reputation. So, what is that instruction? He says, Dharma acharatu pungsang bang mana kaya siddhi lokan visakan vitarati api anantam asangina. He said that every man should execute his particular duty of life. That is called dharma. Now we manufacture our duty, that is another thing. But according to Shastra, just like Krishna says, Chatur Varnam Maya System Gunakarma Vibhagasa. Duty means, according to these Chatur Varna, 4 Varnas and 4 Ashrama. That is called dharma, sadharma. The Brahmin must execute his Brahminical duties. A Kshatriya must execute his Kshatriya duties. Similarly, Vaishya, a Shudra, a Brahmachari, a Grihastha, a Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. That is called dharma. This is material dharma. This is not spiritual dharma. Material dharma means, so long we are under the concept of this body, there are certain duties. That is called material. Just like we eat, this is also one of the duties. Because if I don't eat, then I shall die. But what kind of food I shall eat, that is described in the Shastra. The Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, Bhojan. So if we follow the instruction of the Shastra, Dharma Shastra, they are called Dharma Shastra, regulative principles. There are 20 kinds of Dharma Shastra, just to regulate. Because every one of us come to enjoy this world. Just like government rules and regulations. Suppose you are selling liquor. The thing is bad. But because people want it, government gives license. that you can sell for the drunkard, but under these rules and regulations. Not, I mean to say, freely. Similarly, the living entities, all the conditioned souls who have come here in this material world, their real purpose is how to enjoy this material. They have no other purpose. Because a living entity is not enjoyer, he is servitor. But when he wants to enjoy, he is sent into this material world. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhova vancha kar. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Our only duty is to serve Krishna. There is no other duty. Therefore Krishna demands, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam gacchati. We have no other duty, just to serve Krishna. But when we forget our position, constitutional position, and we try to enjoy this material world, that is called materialistic way of life or conditioned life. So, just like drinking. Drinking is not good. Nobody suffers. But when a drunkard is persistent to drink, the government gives him some concession. All right, this man will die without drinking. All right, you can take your liquor from that shop, licensed shop, and you can purchase under certain condition. You do not do this, do not do this. There are so many regulations. But there is no such restriction for eating rice or dal. Because that is not bad. The bad thing, just like slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse is not, open to the public. It is done in a secret place so that people may not see. It is ghastly. So anything bad that is license, just like sex life. Sex life is also not very good thing. Therefore, the license is marriage. If you want to enjoy sex life, all life, take this license, marriage. Not beyond that. Then you will be criminal. That is stated in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam that loke babhayami samadda shiva nittasya jantu nahi tatra chodana. These things, to be intoxicated, to enjoy sex life, to eat meat, a natural propensity is there in everyone. When Shastra says that you do it like this, that means that is restriction. Just like according to Vedic civilization, those who are meat eaters, for them it is allowed that you can kill, not kill, you can sacrifice one goat before Goddess Kali and on the Amavasya night under certain such restriction. That means indirectly it is discouraging, don't do it. But if you do it, you do in this way. But people even do not do that. The meat eaters, without undergoing the process of meat eating as it is described in the Dharma Shastra, they directly purchase from the slaughterhouse, and therefore so many slaughterhouses are maintained in this world. So everything is becoming against the religious principle. Therefore the world is unhappy. The great sages therefore advising the king, dharma acharatu pumsang vangamanokkaya suddhi lokan vishokan vitarati. If you execute the prescribed duties as they are mentioned in the Dharma Shastra, then gradually you are elevated to the planet where there is no anxiety, vishokan. The topmost planet where there is no anxiety, that is in the spiritual world. Therefore they are called Vaikuntha. Kuntha means always anxiety. And Vaikuntha, without any anxiety. So if you are transferred to the spiritual world, there are also so many planets, as we have got planets in this material world. Beyond the sky, there is another spiritual sky. That information is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Parastasmat bhava anya bhaktya bhaktya sanatana. There is another sky which is eternal, is beyond this manifested and non-manifested material cosmic world. So, in that world, nothing is vanquished. Everything is permanent, eternal. The jiva, the living entity, is eternal, and Krishna is also eternal, and he is above Vaikuntha Dham or Golok Vrindavan Dham. That is also eternal. This Vrindavan is replica of that Vrindavan. When Krishna comes on this planet, he comes here in this Vrindavan land. Therefore it is so. It is transcendental because it is Krishna's pastime play. Therefore it is transcendental. It is as good as Krishna. Aradha Bhagavan Vrajasa Panaya Tadhyamam Vrindavan. As much as Krishna is worshipable, similarly this Vrindavan is also worshipable. Therefore Vaishnavas, especially Gaudiya Vaishnavas, because this Vrindavan was established by the Gaudiya Vaishnava. The Gaudiya Vaishnava, under the order of Lord Chaitanya, Sanatana Goswami, first of all came here. You have seen his old temple at Madan Mohan. Because he was ordered by his master, he came here, but it was a field only. There is no building, no nothing. Nobody knew. But under the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Vrindavan city was established by Sanatana Goswami. And later on, when Sanatana Goswami first of all established the Madan Mohan temple, and then after Rupa Goswami established Govinda this temple, then all other temples gradually developed. Many kings and princes came here, and that is the history of this Vrindavan city. Of course, Vrindavan was existing because Krishna had his pastimes here, but because it is 5,000 years ago, so many things happened. The relics were lost practically, but by the endeavor of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees, this Vrindavan is in the present condition. So, Vrindavan is Vishokan, Vigata Shoka. There is no anxiety. If anyone comes to the Vrindavan and chants Hare Krishna mantra, he will have no disturbance. Still, thousands and thousands of people are here. They do not like to go away from Vrindavan because it is so pleasing and anxiety-less, Vishoka. But if you have got another ulterior motive, then that is a deal. Then Maya will capture even in Vrindavan. That is also going on. That is also going on. They are, we do not wish to criticize them, but that is also going on. So, bhakti therefore should be without any material intention. Annavilasita sunnam jnana karmadhanavritam anukullena krishnanusyalam bhakti yuktava. First class devotion, without any motive. So the sages said that if you execute the prescribed duty of the human kind, then ultimately you will be elevated to the planet where there is no anxiety, and you will be liberated, provided you keep yourself without any contamination of this material world. That can be done. That is also given by Rupa Goswami. Anasaptasya vishayana jatharham upajanjata nirbandhi krishna sambandhi yukta vairagamacha. If we want to be aloof from the contamination of this material world, then everything, whatever we use, whatever we need, it must be in relation with Krishna. then we can keep ourselves aloof from the contamination. And that is the liberated condition. That means you are eternal servant of Krishna. If you always be engaged in the service of Krishna, then you are above this material world, uncontaminated. But if you have got any material intention, then again you are under the classes of mind. You should always remember. Thank you.